So December 17th, 2015 was the first day, when it started.
December 5th.
Sorry, December 5th, 2015, my error, was when it started. But it's going to be concluded hopefully today. We're looking at Bayelsa, the Southern Niger elections, or rerun elections, and then some other local governments, about 100 plus polling units. 110 polling units are going on. Right now, we do have our correspondents on ground. In the course of the programming, I don't know if Sean is ready to give us an update on what's going on there. Okay, we'll get back to Sean in the course of programming, because of the conversation, to find out what's going on. But he reported yesterday about the deployment of materials and personnel. In fact, some of the videos he sent in showed the ad hoc staff and INEC officials. Okay, there you go. This visuals footage from this morning. It's a riverine area, and yesterday he told us that all the workers or officials were going to be given life jackets because of the terrain where they are. So those are INEC officials and security operatives being deployed this morning to the election areas. We'll get to talk to Sean and know what is going on now. But we have in the studio two analysts to look at that election, and let's look at what some of the adjustments INEC has made to its guidelines. We have Biodun Kupolui, who is a journalist. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.
And Adejare Ibrahim, a social commentator. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Biodun, let me begin with you. Yesterday, we Sean, our correspondent, one of them, reported that INEC had adjusted its guidelines, some of its guidelines, and then where they will now have accreditation and voting taking place at the same time. As in, normally when you accredit, you go and come back after some hours, come back at noon. But this time, accreditation and voting will be going on simultaneously. What's your reaction?
I think that's the best thing that can happen to our electoral system. I must commend Professor, Mahmoud Yakubu's, INEC for this. It's coming at the right time, and it's actually long overdue, to be candid, But I just pray that it's adhered to from letter A to Z, because Nigeria, we have this idea of positing and of course giving solutions to problems, but actually put them into practice become a problem. So but this time around, maybe because of the fact that it is quite sensitive now, I wish this had been done earlier, so that all these issues we have with ballot snatching, ballot snuffing, will be eradicated. It is quite good that they took that decision, and I just pray that it will be continued, because it takes a lot of problems from our electoral practices. Why a lot of people don't even come back after the registration, what's it called, accreditation. They don't come back, because they get attracted by some other thing. So people are just at home watching films, and as a result, we have low turnout. But I have my fears about Bayelsa election because of the fact that I pray that there is a lot of education, for the electorate, so they can understand that the way you go there, you do your accreditation and then you vote immediately. Because from the past records, like the December 4th, 5th election, there was a very, very low turnout. But, the contestants in this election, the two parties involved, they really need to do a lot of mobilization so that people can come out en masse and then, of course, take part.
There are more than two parties involved in the election.
Yeah. I mean the two parties now.
There are more than two parties.
Two gladiators, the leading candidates.
Okay, Kupolo, you were talking about this process, but let's come back to Ibrahim. You heard from our correspondent who is on ground the collapse of the two processes, of two parts of the electoral process, and the security situation. What do you think? Is this what it should be?
The first thing I would like to say about Bayelsa, especially elections in the Niger Delta, it's something quite worrisome, especially when it comes to issue of security in the place. Because I think election or being elected into an office should be all about service to humanity. or serve it to the people. But what we normally have on different occasions is that you'll see pockets of violence from one place to the other, sporadic shootings and some other things. I think this should not be, because what we are experiencing over there, from what the Inspector General of Police said yesterday, he said they have deployed about 15,000 police officers and men, plainclothes, detectives, counter-terrorism units, special police, units, and so many other things, mobile police, DSS. This should not be. If we are really ready to serve people, to serve our people, I think election shouldn't be do or die affair. Because when you want to serve people, give them the opportunity for them to elect you based on peace, without any violence being involved. And apart from that, what we should also tell, especially the gladiators, the two leading candidates, Governor, what's it called? Seriake Dixon and Timmy Presilva, what we should let them know is that they should not take or hold the state to ransom because of their electoral success.
But, okay, I was going to ask you this question.
Okay.
Across the country, we have, every electoral period, we have pockets of violence here and there, across the country.
Yes.
Have you ever seen a politician who's contesting election in any of these violent situations?
Okay.
No, have you ever heard? Maybe I should bring that to you. You being the general. Have you ever seen or heard a politician in the midst of them?
No.
So
they always
that means it's the electorate, people that should be the electorate that perpetrate the violence. So why is it that the electorate almost always seems to allow itself to be used as perpetrators of violence?
Well, it has to do with political education. You see, the basic knowledge of politics, many Nigerians don't know, even government. And of course, it is also the failure of political parties. I just want you to cast your mind back to the study of government and what are the functions of political parties. Political parties, it's not all about contesting for power. It is also about political education. Our political parties, after contesting for power, they just go into government, and of course, they want to do what they want to do. They don't engage themselves in educating the masses that during the election, this is how you're supposed to comport yourself. And it's very unfortunate they use our youths. Mind you, these youths, they know what they're doing, but their blood, their visions are blood. They now use them as cannon foders during the election, go and perpetrate violence, unleash violence on people, and of course snatch ballot boxes, snuff ballot boxes with voters card and all the rest. It's unfortunate. You can never see a politician in the heat of all this, but they know they have people that they use, and it's becoming like an institution. It's becoming an institution.
So if you have to send a message to the voters in Bayelsa State right now, what message would that be?
They should just shun violence and just, exercise their rights to vote. That is very, very important. Of course, the gladiators, they should also tone down, their statements, their comments. Their commentaries fall short of Democrats, true Democrats. If you look at the tone and tenor of their political statements, is rather unfortunate. Some of them talk like dogs. They talk like people who are going after, in a banana republic. And some even ask to be declared winner.
Well,
when elections have not been concluded.
Well, as we said,
to be declared winners.
As we said, they're not the ones that come to perpetuate violence.
Yeah.
So the message should continuously be to the people
and
say, shun violence.
Yes.
Just go